Hello, my name is Jo Everall-Taylor. Welcome to your flexibility challenge. So a lot of people, when they join me for Pilates and movement correction sessions, they say that they want to improve their flexibility. And when we're talking about whole body flexibility, there's lots of things involved. However, I thought it would be a good thing if we targeted some of the main areas that can be a problem. So over the course of this challenge, we are going to be targeting hamstrings, so back of the thigh area. We're going to be targeting the glutes. We're going to be targeting through the back, and we're going to be targeting through the calves and the feet. So basically all of that posterior chain that can affect how you pick things up, how you bend over, how you're able to move to reach different things. As you can see, you don't need any particular kit on. This is not a full-on workout. These are specific stretches that are going to help improve how you feel and improve those daily tasks. So if you need to make yourself accountable, and a lot of us do, we need to have some sort of way of checking that we're doing this daily, because that's how you'll get the biggest improvements and the ones that you can feel and see. I've put together just a little simple PDF that you can download, so you can get that off of the Facebook group, or you can email me and I can pop that over to you. And that means it's something you can put by your desk at work, or you can put it on the fridge at home, or somewhere where it's in your eye line, in your eyesight the whole time, and you can tick it off. Because then you're accountable and you're going to actually stand a chance of completing the tasks. And then you'll get the results you want, and that's what life's all about, isn't it? So, flexibility challenge, we need a test so that you can see how much you've progressed. I know you'll be able to feel it, but sometimes we just need to prove to ourselves that achievement we've made for all that effort that we've put in. So simply all we're going to do is a can you touch your toes test. Drawing the abdominals in, nodding through the head and lengthening down. And I want you to pay attention to how far down you can get. So you may come down, you may be like, blimey, I feel really tight, I'm going to finish at the knees. And I want you to make a note of that. Some of you will be able to get further down, maybe towards the mid-calf area. And I want you to actually make a record of that. Now, if you can, get somebody to take a photo, and then you've got a definitive view of what you look like, and also, if you can write next to that, how it felt. So maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not feeling tight, 10 feeling super tight, how it felt for you. Because that's going to give us something to go back to and compare at the end of the month. So, let's start with week 1. Our first week is going to be targeting hamstrings. Nice, simple stretch for the hamstrings. We're going to make it a 3-dimensional hamstring stretch. So, we're just going to start with one foot out in front. And as you exhale and draw the abdominals in a little for support, I want you to push your hips back. So this is about getting some length from the back of the knee to the back of the sort of sit bone area here. I know the temptation is, if you're tight here, is that you want to collapse down. But I just want you to go to the point where you feel mild tension, that you're not screaming at you. So think that mild tension. You're going to hold it for about a count of 20, and then you're going to come out of that position again. And then you're going to turn your toe. So far the toe's been in line. We're going to turn the toe in. Lovely breath in as we exhale, pushing back in that position. So you'll feel the stretch potentially differently. You might feel a bit more in your thigh, outer hip, back of the knee. It will move a little bit for you potentially. Let's draw the abdominals in. Let's come up. Let's turn the toe out. Same thing. Lovely inhale. Exhale. We push the hips up and back. And again, we feel that stretch. Now, the reason we move the foot is because your hamstrings are a group of 3 muscles. So if you keep the foot in the same position, keep the alignment of the muscle fibers the same the whole time, let's come out of that, then you're never going to get a full stretch in that area. So that's just a really simple one for you to do every day. Tick it off, see how you get on. So just to recap on that foot position, in case you couldn't see from the previous video, we're starting with the foot in line, straight, hips going back. So we do 1 hold there, then we're going to turn that foot in. Same thing, hips go back and up, abdominals engaged. We come back up out of that, we turn the toe out. So we've just got that lovely angling of the foot to start to alter the results you're going to feel and the stretch you're going to get. Welcome to week 2 of your flexibility challenge. I hope you've had a good week with your hamstring stretches last week. So now we're moving up the chain to more around the buttocks and hip area. So we're doing this seated. We're just going to take one foot across. We're going to take a lovely breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to lengthen forwards. And again, try and think length, lifting out of the top of the head, pushing the sit bones down and back behind you rather than just collapsing into this stretch. Again, holding for about a count of 20 and then coming back to centre and switching to the other side. Now I appreciate some of you may have had hip replacements where you're not comfortable or able to go into this turned out position. So if you want an alternative, we're going to be drawing the knee up in towards the body. So make sure again that the body stays nice and upright and that we're drawing in rather than kind of collapsing forward to meet the knee. With all of these, again holding for around 20 to 30 seconds depending how it feels for you. And just trying to do that daily as well as the hamstring stretches. So here we are, week 3 of our flexibility challenge already. So we're going to work on getting some movement through the spinal column, through the back. So I'd like you to put one hand on top of the other, and you're literally going to brace through those abdominals, and you're going to exhale and you're going to push, actively push and lengthen away, and then draw back up to centre. So we take a breath in, draw in through the waist, lengthen and really push one arm on top of the other, and then coming back through. We're just going to do that 2 more times. And we're thinking about that lovely open. So I want you to focus on the separation of your shoulder blades as you lengthen forwards and get that rounding of the back. And then I want you to get that drawing in and restacking of the back when you come up through to centre. Hello, so week 4 of your flexibility challenge. So we've been working on hamstrings, around hips and buttock area, coming up through into that upper back. Now we're going to go back down the body and work on those calf muscles and also some attachments coming through to the feet. So I'd like you to stand against the wall, against the skirting board with the front foot, and then you're going to slide your back foot back as if you're standing on train tracks. So to make sure that that back heel isn't turning in, that you're in a nice straight line here in line with the toe, and then you're going to simply let that front knee go in towards the wall and then come back out. Now what you're aiming to do is keep the back heel down on the floor. So if you're going towards the wall and your heel's coming up, you're just too far out, you need to slide in a little. So that'll just start to give you a lovely stretch down into one of those bigger calf muscles. And you're just going to stay there and do about 5 to 6 repetitions of the knee coming in and out, and then switching to the other side. So again, making sure that you get the setup. The setup is the key, so that the foot and heel, everything's in a nice line rather than turned in. When you've repeated that on the other side, we're going to change it slightly. We're going to pop the toes up against the skirting board, and then we're just going to let that front knee drive gently in towards the wall. So we start to get a stretch and an opening through the foot area. So this might feel quite tight, especially if you've struggled with things like plantar fasciitis. So take it steady. Remember, with all of these stretches, we're aiming for a point of mild tension. Yay! Well done! You've made it, the end of your flexibility challenge. Do you remember that you did that little test at the beginning? You want to now redo that test and compare. So now, can you get all the way down? Are your hands coming down to the floor? Do you feel you've got that control and that ease of movement. Maybe you've noticed it when you've been going to pick things up, that suddenly you've got that freedom of movement that you've not had before. Maybe you're feeling it with your sports, so those of you who do anything like football when you need that length to power through. Let us know, send in your pictures, share those on the Facebook group. Let me know how you've got on and any sort of changes that it's made to your life. See you soon, well done.